Ooh, one time, D. How's it going? It is Sunday night. It is almost time to close our eyes, but first we got a YouTube from yours truly. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It was windy, it was hot, but you know what? We all got some really good vitamin D, and it was one hell of a Sunday. So for the reading, Eric Edson, The Story Solution. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but it's all about story delaying. He says that the best way to storytell is to delay the story as long as possible. You want to create this intensity and get the viewer or the reader going, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't know. And the more you can draw that out, the more invested that they're going to get. So, how do we use this? Well, glad you asked. When I'm writing songs, instead of just giving you the punchline, I'm trying to draw it out as long as possible. So, when I was writing that song, Waiting, I took this. So, I took the chords from She Will Be Loved. I don't mind spending every day not on your corner in the pouring rain home. So, that's happy, happy. I don't know what's going to happen, to kind of neutral, but taking me back to the one. So, I was thinking this is an E flat. I'm going to take this down here. And first, I like that. It's almost a jazzy kind of chord. I'm going to take it down here. Boom. And instead of being happy, happy, I'm not sure, kind of neutral, I'm going to go, I'm not sure what's going on, kind of neutral, to maybe it's going to turn out well. I don't know, but hopefully. But I'm not sure. Okay? So this new key that I put this song in is in D flat, because I'm not really up to D major right now. I'm not showing up as my full D self in a major way. So we're almost there, and we're in the right direction. So the entire song is here, and it never really gets that sense of, aha, we made it, victory. It's just story delaying the entire time. So let's get into the words of it. For too long, I've been in the jungle. For too long, I took too many stumbles. And how long will all the wolves attack again? And how long will I be waiting? So, if you remember from my video 3 days or 4 days ago, we realized that repetition is the God particle of music. So, and how long will I be waiting? Just showing that for emphasis, but also it feels like waiting when we're using that word 2 times right there. It really just amplifies that sense of what's going to happen, you know? Are things going to turn out my way? So where did I get those exact words? Well, it's funny you should ask, and this is a big reason why I'm sharing with you what I'm reading, what I'm soaking in. So, Pitch Anything by Oren Clough. He is a business consultant. He lives down here in Southern California. Amazing dude. I saw him on Chase Jarvis, who wrote Creative Calling. I saw him on Chase Jarvis's live show, and he was talking about pitching, okay? So pitching business ideas, pitching anything. And so this is called Pitch Anything. And his big idea is story delaying, but also coming at a narrative pitch in 3 different parts. So 1, put the hero in the jungle. So if you notice from the song, it's for too long, I've been in the jungle. I'm really taking his framework for pitching and I'm putting that into a narrative song, okay? For too long, I've been in the jungle. For too long, I took too many stumbles. The second part of his framework, and this is where all the conflict happens, is let wolves attack. And what's the next line in the song? It's, and how long till all the wolves attack again. So I'm really just ripping it from this almost like selling or pitching strategy from this guy, and I'm putting it into a song. And how long till all the wolves attack again? And how long will I be waiting? So the first 2 parts of his strategy are put hero in a jungle, let wolves attack, and then the third and final thing is, will our hero get to safety? Now this is two things. This is a big open-ended question for the audience, and it draws them in. But again, it's story delaying. It's not answering the question. It's not saying she's going to be loved. She will be loved. This one is going, what's going to happen? Is our hero going to die? Is everything going to go to shit? Is it all going to be a disaster? We don't know. So I take that exact framework and I bring it into the chorus. And how long will I be waiting? Waiting. I wonder if, what is it? If I'll find my wings again to fly. Because when I was younger, I could jump. That was a big part of my identity, being athletic, but most notably jumping. But when I was 16 years old, I had my left femur done, it was surgery. And then when I was 24 years old, I had my right one done. And just having one of these done is called a career death sentence for jumping. Now, I'm not a professional athlete by any means, but that completely took any chance that I had of playing sports at a high level just to have it done on the one. But I've had it done on both. No one has had it done on both. I'm still trying to find a way to fly. I don't care if it's impossible. I'm going to do what I can to say, hey, can I find a way to fly again? So most songs are talking about, oh, goo goo gaga, maybe baby, oh, will you love me? This is more of getting into talking to God. You see that I read the Bible, business Bible, and all that is wonder if I'll find my wings again to fly. 'Cause you've got me on my knees, I wonder why. I'm asking God, why? Why is this going on? Then at the final part of the chorus I say, come on, give me what I need to get so high. Oh, I've been waiting to fly. I'm not waiting just to feel okay. I'm not just waiting just to be. I know the yogic thing now is just be. No, I want to reach my potential. I want to reach the highest heights. I want to play and perform and live and love and exist at an excellent level. I want to fly. I don't want to just be here to hang out. I want to do the best job that I can today and tomorrow and every day that I have the luxury of being here. So, moving on. What's that next verse? I don't care if it takes forever. I don't care, using the God particle of music again, repetition. Just put me back together. Humpty Dumpty, bringing in nursery rhymes now. Where you been? This is fun. So, I went to Nashville after college, and that's where, instead of going to law school or anything, my parents were very bummed out about it, but I said, look, instead of starting to study for law school or anything like that, or even going for a trip, I want to go and learn how to play music and write songs. And that's exactly what I did in Nashville. I started going every single day at lunch to different places and watching people play and write. And one of the songs I really fell in love with was called Where Have You Been by John Wexner. And you might know it by his wife who sang it, Kathy Mattea. So it's about his grandfather and his grandmother. And his grandfather, he's got a brain tumor, and so he's in one level of a hospital. And his grandmother's, she broke her hip, and back in those days, if you break your hip, then you're basically done. She stopped eating, and she's getting a little bit loopy. But long story short, she doesn't recognize anyone. She doesn't recognize John Wexner, who's her grandson. But he says to the doctor, he said, hey, can we just wheel him down and put him in the same room? So the doctors do that, and all of a sudden, she looks at her husband, and even though she doesn't recognize anyone, she just looks at him and she says, where you been? And he thought that was a little bit too, I guess, too much to write as a song title, so he entitled his song, Where Have You Been? But I like that in the song, because that's one of the cool things about songs is almost giving like little, you know, little call outs and little nods to different songs that came before and say, hey, look, like I see what the greats are doing and this really means a lot to me as well. So, where you been when I've been hurting on the ground? Where you been when I've been waiting? Waiting. So, I love that. Just bringing in as many disparate elements as humanly possible. And whether I really do anything with these songs or not, I think this is a great way of giving pieces of myself, my heart, my mind, and my spirit in the way I think to my family, to my friends, to hopefully my kids when I have kids. And so even if I die, they can always see, hey, this is how Derek was. This is how he thought. This is the kind of guy he was. And I really love bringing all these different things together because, as Einstein said, creativity is intelligence having fun. So, am I that creative? Am I that intelligent? But I'm definitely having fun with it. I mean, life is tough. Buddha says life is suffering. But once we know that, it's like, okay, so life is tough. Life is suffering. And now what? Let's come out here. Let's try to be a little bit better every single day. Let's try to put smiles on every person's face that we meet. Let's have one heck of a great, great existence. So today, it was getting up, going for a walk, being of service to the younger generation and teaching them what little knowledge I have about volleyball, and showing them that you can get better at things and you can create skills out of nothing. You can create skills out of thin air, and really showing them that they have the capability to do whatever they want. Then seeing a bunch of my friends, Lance, Clay, just so many great people. Thank you guys for being a part of my day. Thank you so much for inviting me down to say, hey, let's play some high quality V-ball. And thank you. Gall, great seeing you. Just seeing the boys. Troy, Rockland, love that. It's, Sundays are for the boys. They're also, maybe for the girl. But it's for the boys. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Now I'm doing a little bit more reading, story solution, and I'm going to tie a bow on it. Before I go to bed, though, I'm going to watch a little bit of a YouTube called La Grandeza. Fun fact, I majored in Spanish in college. A lot of people don't know that. But this is going to be about Marco Mignon. He's half Mexican, half French, from what I can gather. He surfed for Quicksilver, and he just made the championship tour. So they put out this awesome little 26-minute YouTube charting his rise, the struggles, the obstacles, and finally the victory of him getting a spot on this tour. So I'm excited to watch that. It seems like it's a good way to get into the week. So that's all I got for you today. It's all about taking your life in your hands and making it something that you're proud of. And by you, I'm just talking to myself right now. Socrates said, learning is remembering. I heard something better from somebody lately and said, no. Learning is just not forgetting. Okay? So, I don't want to forget all these things that I'm reading every single day. That's a big reason I'm sharing them with you here is, we don't really know something until we can teach it. So, what did I teach you today? Probably something you already knew. But great storytelling is story delaying. It's what's going to happen. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to find out how your week goes. We're going to have a good one. Monday, start of a new week. We're starting fresh. Let's get into it. I love you. I will see you mañana.